Hello everyone, welcome back to the next episode of our Let's Play series. It's Coach Fury here today and we're back talking about our Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 20 Last Dance Chicago Bulls Let's Play series. So let's dive straight in. So last time when we had a look at this, we made a deadline day move for Derek Fisher and Robert Horry, and we were very much middling out. It wasn't quite clicking, we didn't really know what was working. I've since gone through a couple of months of the game, trying to change different rotations and different strategies to see what works, and no surprise to you guys, I've changed again what we were doing. So the reason being is that I noticed that defensively we were pretty poor, but offensively we were just as bad. So in terms of the rotation, I took Fisher out the lineup again, gave him a sort of 6-man sort of role with Horry. To basically limit Benjamin Chambers' involvement in the team at all, really. Gone back to what was an original lineup, Ron Harper instead of Mookie Blaylock, who we traded for and then traded away at the deadline. Reason being is that Harper doesn't necessarily take the shots away from Jordan and Pippen and co. I've left Rodman in there, and I'll explain why I've left Rodman in there in a minute. So Tony's gone back out to sort of 6-man, sort of power forward, shooting forward, sort of small forward kind of role for him. So I kind of changed up the strategy. So I think so far this season we've gone with 7 seconds, pace and space, and I've now just gone back to balanced. Whatever was happening, whatever we were doing, strategy wise, it's just not working on offense. So let's just go back to basics, keep it very simple, go to a balanced offense, and just ride that out basically. It's on defenses where I've made the change really. So where we were sort of playing straight man-to-man defense, I felt that it meant that every single time there was a player who was particularly up against Rodman, we were just getting trounced, and the guy was scoring 40-30 points on us, and that was just killing us for the whole game. So I've changed it up to switch for about the past month or so, and I have to say it's kind of working okay. Switch obviously negates the pick and roll, which the pick and roll usage is in every offensive set in this game in some form at quite high levels, apart from your grinds or your post focus. So I've kind of gone with that, and the reason being is that I think our bench is better than what we've had originally. So we've got Fisher and Horry in there now who are kind of helping us, and it means we don't have to play some of these bottom of the bench guys, which just kind of helped. So in terms of the dashboard, looking at the results, if I scroll down, I think where we finished last time, we were just outside here. So I think we just lost to the Lakers, I think. We then went on a massive winning streak with this setup, and I kind of left it as is. I changed, I think, the offensive set possibly through this. And then we've gone on a bit of a streak, and we've just lost the Pelicans again, sort of our bogey team for this Let's Play series, I have to say. And we're now in good shape. Looking at the standings, we're back up the top, 45 and 30. We're third in the conference in terms of, second in the conference in terms of playoff standings. I guess the surprising thing is that the 76ers and the Knicks have fallen completely out. So we're in better shape. We've got a big decision to do before we sort of sim the rest of the season this episode, which is what my aim is, to hopefully get us into the playoffs and looking at that. The first thing we've got to deal with is around an incident report. So Scottie Pippen and Rusty LaRue have been duking it out, which has caused a bit of tension in the camp. So you can see here, Pippen's mood is pretty terrible, and we obviously want to keep his mood pretty high, and LaRue's mood has fallen over. So I'm thinking we just cut him, which is what my plan is going to be, I think, here. We're just going to have to cut LaRue, sever ties with him, and kind of move on. So goodbye LaRue. Hopefully that'll improve Pippen's mood, and we'll give him back to some better performances. So the reason I've stopped this episode and the last episode and simmed through and got to here is because we've got quite a big game coming up next game. We're playing against the Miami Heat, who are top of the standings at the moment at 48 and 28, and we're just sort of a couple of games back off of them. So let's see if we can pull a result over them and try and chase them down towards the end of this episode. So it's gone so far so good. We've pulled out a win against the Heat in our first game. yeah, you can see here that you know we're stopping teams from shooting a lot more, mainly because I think the pick and roll is quite high in this game. So just running a switch offense with a bit of pressure seems to do the trick. You know, we're kind of stopping Rodman's negative impacts, which is good, and whilst advertising his positives, which is his rebounding ability. So that's good. Looks like we had quite a good game. Pippen came back with a kind of solid performance, not the best shooting performance, but he was getting to the line, which is good. And yeah, and this is where I think this make or breaks our season now. I think the starting five is solid. I think you know Horry, Tony, Fisher, and Kerr are quite a nice supporting cast. I mean, in an ideal world, I'd probably like a better centre than Benjamin in there, but we're just gonna have to go with that. So we come straight off a back-to-back from Miami against the 76ers now, who are just one game behind us. So hopefully we can get the result against them at home as well and give us a bit of gap between them, which unfortunately we haven't been able to do. Looks like we've been back and forth with this Sixers team all season really. We went to a massive overtime game with them round about the All-Star break, and it looks like whilst we held them pretty well shooting, we were equally just as bad. So not the best thing, but we're now level with them, and let's move forward here. So we've got the Cavs coming up next, team that we should expect to beat on the road. So it's every time we end up getting jinxed, and typically we've gotten jinxed again here. Okay, so not the best. We're a bit jinxed with this when we're on live and we're simming through here. The Bucks up against us next. A few games back off of us. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways. And we obviously can't, because that seems to be the way with this Let's Play series. We seem to just be losing games whenever I'm simming through like this. Up against the Pistons next, team that's 19 and 60. Hopefully we can win there. Yeah, okay, so we've brought ourselves back to winning ways. Much better performance all around. That's good to see. Let's have a look actually. What's the schedule look like? See if we can sim through like a month or something and then perhaps review it. Oh, okay, so we've got 2 games left. We've got the Pacers and the Wizards. Where are we sitting in terms of conference standings? So we're currently 3rd in the standings. In terms of our division, how do we look? We're top of our division, just joint basically with the Pelicans. So I'm hoping we can hang on to that 3rd seed. That would be nice if we can do that. That gives us a good position heading into the playoffs. Okay, so the Pacers next, 24-56. They've had a pretty awful season, really. I kind of expected better from them. And yeah, okay, likewise, we've managed to blow them out, basically, which is good. Which I think, hopefully, if the Pelicans have lost... Nope, they've won. So it's going to go down to the final game of the season. In terms of conference, we're not probably going to get above anyone. We're probably going to be sitting in a 3rd or 4th place. As we end our last game against the Wizards, who 40 and 41, are they hanging around for? Okay, they're out of the playoffs as well, so they've got nothing to play for. So hopefully we can get the win that we need to secure that division title at least. Oh no, and we've gone and crashed. Oh. And it's the second time that's happened, guys. Okay, this is going to be a very short episode. Oh, hang on, it's loading. Ah, okay, so we may have saved it. We may have saved it. Right, let's quickly save this. I thought we'd lost it then. It happened to me when I was recording the 2nd episode. We had a crash, so I had to record it again. But it looks like we've managed to save ourselves there. Let's have a look at the standings and see how we got on. Okay, cool. So we managed to win the division with 49-33. In terms of the conference, we held on to 3rd place, so I'm guessing that's why we are up against the Knicks in the 1st round of this playoff series. Ooh, tough. This is going to be tough. The Knicks are, were top of the conference for quite a long time this year, but they kind of fell away. So let's have a look. So let's go to the dashboard and have a look at the team we're playing. So in terms of the Knicks, they expect us to win. They score more points. In terms of how the Knicks are, let's have a little look at them, shall we? Okay. So it's obviously Ward, Houston, Oakley, Johnson, and Ewing is the team. With quite a solid supporting cast of Mills and Starks and Dudley there. So it's going to be a tough one. Are we surprised they're not post-focused? Yep, they are post-focused. Okay. So I guess we can probably change our defensive strategy to try and negate that for the first game. What I'm thinking. So if they're playing post-strategy, we kind of want to force them into shooting other things. I think we'll actually keep it switched because I don't think we want to go straight man to man. We don't want to attack the perimeter because we don't want the interior play to be higher. I think we'll keep it a switch and see how that goes. We'll obviously keep our balanced formation, and we're obviously going to go and tweak the options here so we can actually watch the games. Oh no, actually, hang on, I don't need to do that actually now. With the new one, we can actually tick we want to watch it. So I want to watch that game. Let's see how we get on. Game 1 against the Knicks. We've blasted through the end of the season now. I didn't realise we were that close. Obviously, it's going to be AI controlled. And yeah, okay. So Charlie Ward, Houston, Oakley, Johnson, Ewing against Rodman, Hakeem, Pippen, Jordan, and Harper. 49 and 33 team against a 46 and 36 team. This is it. This is the last dance, guys. Let's see if we can make it the last dance, whether we're going to get blown out in round 1 to the Knicks. But let's see how we do. Let's just make sure we got the halftime show on. We have. And off we go. Game 1 home against the New York Knicks in round 1 of the 1997-1998 playoffs. And we make the first shot. That's good news. So Pippen hits the first shot for us. Main thing I think for our focuses here is going to be if we can stop Ewing. If we can stop Ewing on offense, then we should be okay. I think if we force the ball into the likes of Oakley or Houston or Johnson, that gives us more of a chance. And likewise, we'll obviously make sure that we'll on our balanced offense, we'll try and hopefully get Pippen and Jordan the ball as much as possible. So we sort of start the game here at 2-0, sort of no sort of trading of buckets really, sort of been end to end with bricks and fouls. So okay, that's interesting. I'm not very sure what just happened. They all just left the court. Okay. Alright. Okay, we might have to just quickly sim this game then. I'm not sure why it did that. Okay. We'd won. I guess that's the main thing. We got the win. Very weird bit of 2D engine there for the game, but that's fine. How did we get on anyway? Okay, so Jordan didn't shoot particularly well, but Pippen and Hakeem seemed to have saved him. We held them to 42% shooting. Yeah, okay, good. We stopped Ewing from getting a lot of shots, which is the main thing, forcing Ward and Houston to win the game for them. They couldn't do it. So that's good news to see. Let's head into game 2 and see how we get on. So if we can hold our home court advantage, that'll be huge. And yeah, we managed to do that with quite a convincing win there. Yeah, okay, so Pippen seems to be our main playoff threat here at the minute against the Knicks. Nice 32-point game for him. Again, we held them to 43% shooting. Wall just chucking up bricks, which is the main thing. It's our main focus there. Ewing had a good shooting night, but obviously didn't get as many shots as he probably would want. So we're 2-0 heading into to Madison Square Garden. See whether we can get a vital away win to finish off this. Hopefully, bring the round 1 nearer to being. So yeah, okay, good stuff. So we've managed to get a 10-point win in the Garden. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, same sort of situation. I think it looks like we held Ewing to not many shots. Johnson had a better game, but Ward's still chucking up. It looks like, yeah, Pippen's still going nuts, which is good. Jordan, again, a poor shooting night. He seems to be shooting a lot of threes, and I just really don't understand why. But yeah, good stuff. 3-0. Let's hope we can get a nice 4-0 and get a bit of a break here. No, okay, so they pull They pull the game back, so it's now 3-1. See if we can get it done at home in the last game here. Yeah, good stuff. Another 10-point win. Makes 4-1. We've knocked the Knicks out in round 1. That's good to see. Yeah, held them to some good shooting numbers. Pippen and Jordan pretty much getting the job done there. That's nice to see. Other guys, Rodman had a pretty solid performance. Ward actually did have a good shooting night, but Ewing actually had an off shooting night, so that's good. Let's see how the other playoffs are actually going whilst we're waiting. So in terms of other games, the first seed Heat are down to the Celtics, amazingly enough. Pelicans Bucks is pretty neck and neck. The 76ers are through as well in the Eastern Conference. In terms of the Western Conference, the Jazz are pretty much flying through, so are the Timberwolves. The Lakers are struggling against Gary Payton's OKC or Seattle Supersonics, and the Spurs, no surprise, are pretty much through already. So yeah, let's just see how those games go out. Okay, so the Lakers managed to win the game through. The Jazz are through, I believe. Minnesota have still got to win a game. And the Heat Celtics, this is a big one here. The Heat can't get this one back, they're out. And they do, so they force a game 7, I believe. I think the Pelicans might be through now actually as well. Oh no, sorry, the Bucks are through, not the Pelicans. One game 7 happening here. We've still got some games to go in the Western Conference to see what happens. Can the Lakers get through and the Timberwolves get through, or will there be any other game 7s? Oh, okay, so there will be 2 game 7s in the Western Conference as well as the Eastern Conference. Okay, so the Celtics up against the Heat. And the Heat have managed to squeeze through in 7 games. Oh, how did that go? Wow, the Celtics did well though, because they were really down the bottom when we last saw them at the beginning of the season. They managed to squeeze through, yeah. Okay, Hardaway just basically taking the team on his shoulders and getting them through. Okay, let's have a look at the other game 7s in the Western Conference. So Thunder, Lakers, Suns, Timberwolves. Who's going to go through? Oh my goodness me, 2 upsets. Seattle are through. Kobe Bryant is out of the playoffs with Shaquille O'Neal. They just didn't do it enough. So our good friend Mookie Blaylock, who we traded to the Lakers, is now out of the playoffs. Unfortunate for him. Yeah, looks like Hawkins and we've hit another error message. Okay. So make sure we save this again. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Seattle were through, and I think the Timberwolves went out as well. Yeah, okay, so the Suns managed to get through, the Jason Kidd Suns. Yeah, pretty much a team performance. Ceballos had a really good game from the bench for them. 20 minutes, 21 points. Yeah, Marbury basically shot them out of the playoffs by the looks of it. 7 of 24. Yeah, okay. So how's the playoffs looking now then? Oh, we need to go probably to the next thing to load it up. Here we go. Right. So we're up against the 76ers. Allen Iverson led 76ers in the second round. And the Heat are up against the Bucks. Jazz have got the Suns, and the Thunder have got the Spurs. It's going to be tough. So we have a look at our opponent. So the Philadelphia 76ers, who were sort of second seeded, I believed. Basically led by Allen Iverson, I believe, as well, with Coleman. Yeah, okay. Oh, they managed to trade for Horace Grant as well. Okay. Interesting. So I'd be surprised if they don't run a... Okay, they're running a 7 seconds offense and an attack defensive strategy. So I think we'll keep it as is for game 1. See how we get on. I think let's have a look at our depth chart. I think we'll keep it as is. We did pretty well against the Knicks. We'll keep this rotation going. Oof, okay, so we lost by 21 points to... Jordan did his best to try and bring us back in the game, and Iverson hit 38 points. Okay. Fisher obviously came in and started for this game. I think Hakeem got injured though, that's the only downside that we've got. Oh, Jordan and Harper and Hakeem out. Okay. This is going to be a tall order now for us to try and get something here. See if we can hold off and try and nick one away. No, not to be. 15-point loss this time. Yeah, okay, so Allen Iverson's just going absolutely berserk. Jordan was out. He only managed to play 8 minutes for us. This could be a short exit here, guys. This last dance might not be ending the way we want it to. Okay, we're hitting a load of error messages now. Okay, so we managed to hang on and win our first game at home. Important must-win game that was. Without Jordan as well. Pippin sort of helping out. Fisher having a fairly solid game for us. See if we can bring it back 2-2. Yeah, okay, so we managed to pull back game 4 as well. So we're now all tied up going back to the 76ers in a crucial game here. Let's see if we've got Jordan back or not. That's going to be a massive factor for us. So, yeah, okay, so Michael Jordan is going to be back. Fisher's out. Tony's out and Hakeem is out. Let's see. It's a big game. This is a big game here against the 76ers. Oh, we lost. We lost by 11, I think it was. Yeah. Oh, we had a great fourth quarter as well, but we just couldn't do it in the end. Oh, we're 3-2 down in the series. Allen Iverson with 42 points. My goodness me. He must just be insane on this. Wow. Okay, so Allen Iverson is actually surprisingly really good. Okay, this is it. This is make or break. This could be the end of our series after just 4 episodes. Let's see how we get on. And I think we've lost. We have another error message. And we have another error message. Yeah, we're out, guys. The last dance was not to be. The challenge was not fulfilled. Yeah, Allen Iverson has just single-handedly killed us here. 36 points. My God. 31 points a game he's averaging. What strategy is he running, actually, out of interest? What strategy are they running? So they're running a 7-second strategy. Okay. Yeah, it was not to be. We couldn't do it, guys. We couldn't get there. The last dance did not happen for us. So should we sim the playoffs? Let's see who the actual winner is in the end. So 76ers Heat were playing each other. The Jazz Spurs, they all kind of went through fairly convincingly. Let's just quickly sim through and see how we get on. Yeah, okay. We couldn't make it happen. First Let's Play where we didn't end up in a successful ending. You know, we couldn't get the best out of Jordan and Pippen. I felt whatever strategy we ran, they just didn't necessarily play the way I expected them to. Okay, so in the end, the Heat won it in the end. The Jazz losing 4-3. The poor Jazz, even in real life, struggled. You know, never really got a title with Malone and Stockton. Which I have to say, anyone who's picking up GM games on their site, have a look because there's some interesting stuff coming that way involving the Jazz. But yeah, the Heat have won. So let's have a look at this winning team, shall we? The depth chart, that's probably easier. So probably Tim Hardaway was 31-year-old Tim Hardaway, Leonard, Mashburn, Brown, Mourning. Yeah, not a team you would, on paper, expect to win a title, but obviously, whatever they were running strategy-wise, 7 seconds, man-to-man, seemed to work out pretty well for them. So I guess this is the last episode of The Last Chance. Maybe we'll come back to it in the future and see if we can, if we learn a little bit more about this game, see if we can finally make it, a winning, successful season. I think probably I made a couple of errors with the trade for Mookie Blaylock. I think that was probably the wrong decision. He probably wasn't the right type of point guard that we needed. End up end up having Harper in there in the end. You know, Jordan only averaging 20 points is not great. I think his shooting was pretty awful as well. Yeah, he shot like 36% for the year, and just I'm not sure what's gone on there on the shooting chart. He's just anything inside is okay, but everything else he's been pretty awful. Likewise, Scottie Pippen, anything inside mid range he was okay at, but yeah, no 3-point shooting, which unfortunately looks like this game with the engine styled on the new NBA is kind of a detriment to this Bulls team. Rodman, surprisingly, actually, for me, performed pretty well. I mean, he's not the greatest defender. We knew that. Hakeem kind of did what we wanted him to. Yeah, okay. I probably didn't get the best out of this team. It's been a bit of a short Let's Play series. We'll have to have a think about what the next one's going to be. But I hope you enjoyed the series, even though we've ended up in a complete failure, and the Bulls team are ending without that title that they won in real life. Yeah, ending on there, really. I guess the Heat got the better of us. The 76ers definitely got the better of us. Basically, Allen Iverson plus other people, really. Pretty much killed us. Let's have a look at his stats. Yeah, didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to. But I'm sure we'll be back with another Let's Play. Different era, maybe. A different type of challenge. And we'll see how it goes. See how the future goes for these ones. If you've enjoyed the Let's Play, let me know. If you've got an idea, actually, for the next Let's Play series, a particular era in basketball, or, whether you want me to delve into a team from the very start of, the NBA, or you want me to look at a particular team that was unsuccessful or successful and try and replicate them, we can absolutely do that. Likewise, we can delve into, modern play and looking at the season now, and perhaps we take the team that's now and see whether we can win it with what's going on. The season sort of being postponed at the moment, we can certainly do that. Yeah, always hit a like button, chuck in your comments, and always hit the subscribe button, because as an episode comes out, you'll obviously get notified straight away. Ending on failure, but you can't win them all, can you?